Hey, how are you? I guess I'm here all by myself. How are you doing, everyone? We're waiting for Wendy to pop back on. I know she was here a minute ago from Pangea, and I literally just threw this on and sat my butt down. It's been quite a day. Let me tell you about it. Okay. First, I thought I had a very busy day, so I thought I will get up early today and I will go walk the bridge. I did that, got that out of the way because yesterday my cable box clunked out. So I took it off and I went up to Spectrum and I got a new one and I came back and I hooked it up and it wasn't working right. The one cable or something just wasn't working and it was the picture was all messed up. So, so I. Oh, this is crawling up my back. Just a second. So just a second before, anyway. So I get the new cable box. I put it on. The thing is done. They said they could get a cable technician out here today at 10. So I get up early. I go walk the bridge. I come back to attend to him. The life insurance person calls me on the phone. I talk to them, get them out of the way just as the cable man is coming. He's coming. He does whatever he has to do, fixes the TV. It's back on. Yay, great. Just as my other insurance man calls me. And I have to get something because something is expiring on December 31st. So I have to get a whole new plan. I have been on with him for literally 3 hours. I just hung up with him, ran around, tried to get the notes for today and put the sweater on and sat down to find that Wendy, our fabulous Wendy, is back.
I'm back. Tim, what kind of day are you having?
Oh, honey, after this, I've got to go down to the Upper West Side for rehearsal. Then I've got to go to Midtown, down to Hell's Kitchen for a business meeting before I go to a filmmakers gathering.
Yeah, the filmmakers thing tonight, which I plan on joining you at after my Imperial Court meeting.
Well, but I don't know how late I'm going to be there, but hopefully I'll still be there when you get there.
Were you worried?
Welcome to If These Walls Could Talk.
Welcome to If These Walls Could Talk. We're chaotic today. We're frenzied. Tim, were you worried when you came on the stream and I wasn't there?
Yeah, that was surprising.
Well, yeah, because my cord fell out.
Oh, good.
So now God bless Stephen Shanagan, who owns Pangea, who came over with a piece of tape. My cord is taped down, and hopefully I'll be broadcast perfect. Hello, everybody.
Everything happens for a reason.
Oh, God. Well,
how are you doing?
Oh, you know what? I'm fabulous because it's the most wonderful time of the year. No, you know why I'm fabulous? Because there's so much to look forward to. Right? Last Friday night, I hosted the Hannah Q Dance Company's beautiful gala here at the Y.
Right.
It was just beautiful. Great turnout. The performances were amazing. Her choreography was incredible. And I always think I'm so lucky to do what I do. But one of the things I'm luckiest about, I have lots of friends that are performers. And Friday night, I am going to 50 Shades of Gay. Who's in that, Tim?
Well, that would be me and Ika Velli, and Clover Welsh is going to be making an appearance there. And Miss Cracker, and I also, or not Miss Cracker, I'm sorry, Miss Jade is going to be there, Miss Jade. And I've also got a little surprise too, a little guest coming. But last Friday, while you were doing with Hannah Q, I was out in Jersey doing another 50 Shades of Gay holiday extravaganza down there, and it was so much fun. Ike's mother and sister were there, and it was
oh, that's gorgeous.
So delightful. It was just one of those nights that really clicked. However, after we left,
there's always something, isn't there, everybody?
Kind of like my day's been going. Today has been going. But
what happened after you left?
Well, I was trying to figure out what train would get us back to New York the quickest and the closest. And there's about 4 or 5 stations with 2 different train lines that are near there. So we were going to take an Uber to Jackie Dupree was our drag queen that night. And so Jackie and I were going to take the same train together, take an Uber to the train station. And Jackie is taller than me. I mean, Jackie plays football, plays gay men's football.
Jackie's a football player, literally. So,
So I said, well, actually, there's one at Perth Amboy. I think we can make it. We should get there about 10 minutes before the train arrives. And we've got enough time, to kind of get onto the track, onto the platform and wait.
Onto the track, like the perils of bowling?
It pretty much was. So they drop us, he takes us to Perth Amboy and drops us, he pulls into this dark parking lot that is just empty. Like there's a few cars, and I look down, and down in the tracks is a bulldozer, and there's track all over the place and all of that. And I thought, is this even functioning? I didn't even know. So and Jackie's like, oh, hell no. I'm not getting out here in the dark in this desolate place. Hell no. I've seen too many Jason Voorhees movies. And so I go down these stairs and down to the track, which is all gated off, and it was tore up. And there was one person there, and they said, yeah, the train stops, but it's down at the end. They're doing all this work on the
Oh my God.
no lights. No light. It was the weirdest thing, but and then the train was 30 minutes late. We had to stand there.
New Jersey Transit, not for nothing, but it's terrible. When I was going out to see Ike in the Amboys.
So we were supposed to get back. We were supposed to get back at 11:30. We ended up getting back. I think it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. But I made it home. That's all that matters.
Made it home, and God bless everybody that lives in New Jersey and has to take New Jersey Transit. Absolutely. I have my heart is just so open to you, because I did it once and it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Well, if you're in the city this Saturday night, please come to Pieces Bar.
Yes.
I'll be performing with the Imperial Court in the 12. I
will too.
And Tym Moss will also, and we will be in the 12 Drags of Christmas.
12 Drags of Christmas. And then on Sunday.
Yes. We are doing the Get Out Awards.
Yes.
Tym is performing, and we're presenting along with Ike Belli.
Yep.
And Get Out magazine. I know a lot of you subscribe online, but it is an actual magazine that you can pick up in any of the bars, gay bars. And God bless, it's been around. It's outlasted like Next and Details.
Yeah. Mike Todd, who owns and runs and operates Get Out magazine. I don't know how he does it all, but he does. And he does it for the community. So the community needs to come out for him.
Well, absolutely. And he does
Eileen Shapiro from World Star PR.
Does all those interviews. All of her great interviews are in there.
Interviews from everybody in there. So
please come out. Join us. We're going to be at Boxers.
Boxers
and in Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea's Boxers. We'll be there. We have a red carpet from 6 to 6:30, and then the festivities will start after that. And Eileen swore to me, we will be done at 9 o'clock on the dot.
Yes.
She's running a tight ship this year. So
6 to 9, Boxers, Chelsea, Sunday.
Yep. There you have it. And I also, December 15th, we have coming up at Pangea, the amazing Scott Mason. And the show is called One Dame Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, a holiday tribute. I love this. It's a holiday tribute to the one and only Dame Edna by her honorary understudy. So Scott F. Mason is her understudy. And I love that this tribute is going to happen here. So that is on the 15th of December, and it is the 7 p.m. show. And remember, you can order tickets online or pay at the door, but come to Pangea. We have so many things happening here. You just need to go online and oh my God, look at the schedule.
At PangeaNYC.com.
.org.
No,
is it .org or .com? Oh, we don't know. We're just, you know what?
.com, yeah.
Okay, great. We're just happy to be here today. So, speaking of who's here today, we have a really, really special treat. I can't say enough about them without giving it away, but you're gonna love both of them. They're like the kind of ladies you can sit down and have a realistic chat with,
right? And maybe some cheesecake.
Yeah, you would have a little tea sandwich, or you take your Pepto-Bismol first, and you have like your tea and a little crumpet, and you can gossip with them.
Well, but again, you got to have the cheesecake.
You got to have the cheesecake, and these two love to gossip. I can tell you that, okay? I would like to introduce you to Sophia and Dorothy, the Golden Girls. Come on,
Sophia Petrillo and Dorothy Spornak.
There you go. They are.
Oh my God,
so cute.
Oh my God.
All right, are we all in there? We all have to fit in here.
Yeah, we need to squeeze you in. Can you push it back just a little bit?
Me this way, okay? And you come over a little bit more towards me.
Mom, move over some more.
Push the laptop back a little bit.
Yeah, push it.
Uh-oh, I think we came unplugged again. That was a bad suggestion. Well, hopefully we'll have Sophia and Dorothy and Wendy back in just a moment.
So it'll come back.
And
don't touch the wall.
And they're back out again. They've lost them again.
Oh, she's giving me deep shade. So I'm going to lean in here. There we are. We're all in frame.
There we go. Sophia and Dorothy, how are you?
We're very good, Tim.
Good.
I just got in from Miami, and boy, are her arms tired. You made me walk all the way from Penn Station. Let me tell you, I had to walk twice as far as her. Because my one step is is like only half of her.
Well, I was going to say she does have an advantage. She's long in the limb.
Yep, she's got long stride.
Unlike her, who's long in the tooth.
Wow. So we're very excited to have you here today. You know that you could take time off from your very successful Golden Girls TV show to come here and join Wendy and Tim. My God.
Very exciting. You know, well, I didn't just do the Golden Girls. I did the Golden Palace. I did Empty Nest.
Right.
I did an episode of Nurses. I was even on Blossom. One episode.
You're kidding. You did one episode.
One episode.
I met Tim. Did you get to see that episode of Blossom?
I did not get to see the Blossom episode.
Oh gosh.
She taught Maya and Bialik all she knows. Everything.
So, you know, here we are. We're post-pandemic 2023. How are the Golden Girls being received out there?
Everyone loves us. What are you talking about?
They totally love you.
They love the Golden Girls.
What kinds of things have they been saying to you and doing for you?
They say that I bear a striking resemblance to the Dorothy, and it's so bizarre because I am the Dorothy.
Right.
No, someone said she looks like B. Arthur, and I was like, who the hell is B. Arthur? Then, I remember. She's the one, Dorothy, B. Arthur. She's the one from that show, Maude, remember?
Yeah.
Yes. From
red
Maude.
hair, the big mouth. She wouldn't shut up.
And the long vest.
About her, I couldn't stand. I can't put my finger on it.
Do you still feel that way?
Absolutely.
Now we're getting into a therapy session with the Golden Girls. Oh my gosh, yes.
Ma, I liked the show, Maude, but I liked it for one very specific reason. What's that, Dorothy? Her mother was only on one episode.
Ooh. Oh well, ladies,
don't have kids.
No, right. Don't have kids. So I do have to say it's very unusual that your daughter is so much taller than you. How did that happen? Are you the milkman's kid?
Wendy, I was in labor with her for 35 days. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Oh yeah, the Sicilian
the longest
one.
labor
the Sicilian one.
The longest labor on the face of the earth.
Absolutely. I had very tall relatives.
I'll bet you did. So you just did the Golden Kitchen.
Yes.
Can you tell our audience what went on in the Golden Kitchen?
Sure. We were flown out by our darling friend Blanche.
Flown out. And wait, I got flying. Did you fly business first or coach? Coach.
Blanche spares no expense.
Well, maybe some expense.
She probably said it's a short flight.
Well, she spares maybe a little expense.
On herself.
So you flew to Miami?
Flew to Miami.
The Golden Girls went to Miami. And what happened when you got down there?
Oh, everyone went crazy over us. Pictures with us. I even sang. I did my famous song. Thanks for the Medicare, for Blue Cross and Blue Shield, a hip that finally healed. Remember, on prescriptions, generic is a steal. We thank you so much.
Oh my God, that was so beautiful.
After my day with the insurance man, I can totally relate.
Yeah, you know what? We'd have a great idea. Let's get him back on the phone, Tim. Let him deal with Sophia.
Let me talk to him.
She'll give him a piece of her mind and a piece of something else too. That was just absolutely brilliant. Well,
I can sing anything. Wendy. I have perfect pitch.
You are Italian.
Please.
Well, you are Italian, and we know all Italians.
Sicilian.
Oh, Sicilian. Sorry.
Yeah. Where they don't identify as Italian. It's a separate Where on the boot are you?
No, they're out in the
Our own
Mediterranean.
little separate island.
We're
Yep,
on the
their own islands.
Right there, you are on your own island. So tell us, this was a live show that you did down in Miami, right?
Yeah, we went down, we schmoozed, we talked. It was a lot of fun.
Did you have to do anything in the kitchen?
No, they wouldn't let me in the kitchen. And you know what? I asked them, I said, do you have any pepperoni? Because it's all I can eat. Everything else repeats on me. They had no pepperoni.
Amazing that pepperoni doesn't repeat on you.
Tim, I have to ask you something.
Ask me anything.
Right ahead.
Are you free on Saturday night by any chance? My daughter Dorothy needs a date. I gotta get her out of the house, Tim. She's driving me crazy. She's cramping my style.
Well, Sophia, I don't know if you know this, but I am gay.
Oh my God.
She's fine with that, Tim. She's not fine with that.
She actually confided in me that her type are bears. So I asked her if she ever went to Rock Bar.
There we go. Yeah.
Right? As Dorothy. I think that's a great idea. I think that would be a great way. We take her down to Rock Bar and she gets to meet some of the bears there. How does that sit with you, honey?
As long as they're single.
As long as they're single, right?
She's not picky.
Yes, I am.
She's not proud or picky.
I think most of them are single. And
Listen,
and if not, it's
parents hitting me with a 2x4.
Well, if they're not single, they're usually in open relationships. So you're
or the thruples. I hear.
Yeah, there's a lot of thruples that I know would love to adopt you.
Yes.
Especially when your mother wants to give you up.
I was in a thruple.
Were you? You tell us
about Sicily, 1912. A beautiful young peasant girl with clear olive skin was in a thruple.
What? So tell us who was in the throuple with you in 1912 in Sicily.
Go ahead.
You can share.
You may not believe it, but he was a very special, talented, wild-eyed Spanish artist.
Wow.
And who was the other one?
Yeah, I was going to ask who the
Enrique Iglesias.
Winston Churchill.
Oh.
Wow. Now that's quite the throuple.
You may not believe it, but I am responsible for the Alta Conference.
Well, I have to say you were really ahead of your time.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She's ahead of something, and it's the grave.
Oh my. Well, let's get back to how you met. Let's talk about how all this loveliness came about.
Oh, the real story.
The real story.
She wants the real story.
I want the tea. Tim wants the tea.
So there's this Long Island drag queen, Toni Homeperm, and she sees on Facebook this other drag. Well, she wasn't really a drag queen then. She was sort of like a cosplayer kind of thing. She didn't know what she wanted to be. Somebody had to like drag her out of the closet.
That drag queen knew exactly who she wanted to be.
Who is that?
Everybody.
Well, you were involved, involved with cosplay with Sailor Moon.
So
Sailor.
So I've been doing drag since 2008. That is my
drag.
Drag.
Oh, quiet yourself. I was sewing outfits long before you ever put on an eyelash.
Ooh, touchdown. So, 2008 is when you connected.
Yeah.
No.
So Toni and I connected during the pandemic.
I love it. Another wonderful thing that came out of the pandemic.
So in the beginning of 2020, I had done one of my last conventions before the world shut down, and I had dressed up as Dorothy Zbornak as a Sailor Scout.
From Sailor Moon. Sailor Scout was from Sailor Moon.
So the artist was Abraham Perez, and he designed the Golden Girls as Sailor Moon Sailor Scouts, and I made my Dorothy outfit. And part of the masquerade performance was my singing "The Man in the Moon is a Lady from Maine," made famous by the character Vera, played by Bianca. And Toni was very taken by that, messaged me and said, "I need to have you on my show."
Oh, my God, how fabulous in the middle of the pandemic.
In the middle of the pandemic.
I love these stories.
We literally finished the conversation, and I was like, "Where are you?" And we found out that we were literally 5 minutes away from each other. happen.
Tim, it was meant to be. You know how we say the universe brings things. The universe brought you two together.
It's very true.
And,
Very true.
and the rest is history.
The rest is literally history.
History.
So, and our real life names. Before I get to Homeperm, my God.
Tony.
Cat, or is it really Tom Catt?
No.
All right.
But-
Was it Tom Cat's?
No, it's not Tom Catt's.
Katzowitz?
No, I'm Italian. It would be Cattivo.
Cattivo.
That would be
Catalonia.
it. But no, my real name is not going to be revealed today.
No, we don't need that. I was just curious.
Parents
no,
are very touchy.
It's hysterical. The reason I have my name was because of two reasons. When I was younger, my father and I built a comic book character that was a combination of Thompson J. Cat from Tom and Jerry and Top Cat.
Oh my God, this is great. Great story.
Two very, very old cartoons. You may know them.
Speaking of old cartoons.
And when whatchamacallit, when I reached the age of reason, I was like, I need a name. So I'd been in the cosplay world for a while, so I just said Tom Catt because I was also very taken with the porn star Tom Catt. And I saw that he spelled his name Katt, so I was like, what if I just changed the K to a C?
Right.
C-A-T-T. Now, have you ever been mistaken for the other Tom Catt?
Never.
Never.
To quote you, Ma, it's not that unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Absolutely unbelievable. So you were actually started really doing cosplay, not really drag. Cosplay is different.
Cosplay is different only because it's far more accurate than drag.
Right.
There's a lot more like, I think LaBelle said it best. There was more to cosplay than there is to drag.
Well, it's very much pop culture.
Very
much pop culture.
Well, and very specialized, very lasered.
Yeah,
niche.
It is
It's
very
niche.
niche. What was it that attracted you so much to that?
Oh, I love getting dressed up.
But really, you were committed to cosplay, not dress. Dress up.
It allowed me to play the characters I always wanted to play.
Right.
Characters appeal to you.
I mean, and they were all drag queens anyway.
They were.
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
Those were characters that sort of like had drag roots.
Right.
Cruella was based off Tallulah Bankhead, and Ursula was based off of Divine.
Who I loved. Oh my God.
So
wow.
They spoke to me, and then I started learning how to do my makeup. And from there, I started
learned how to do your makeup?
Coming from the biggest TikTok influencer on makeup, and that's a whole other part of this show, which we'll talk about. But
you're a furry little gnome, and we feed you too much.
Shady Pines, Sophia.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Let me tell you something about the home, Tim. There's the hip group, the not so hip group, and the broken hip group.
I was going to say the hip replacement group.
That's the group she's a part of.
The hip replacement group. There you go. Toni, you've always been a singer.
Yes.
Yeah, you've always been a singer. How did you become Homeperm? I
love this story.
Well, because I have to explain how I met Toni Homeperm. Right before the pandemic, somebody had an extra ticket to the Imperial Court of New York, Night of 1,000 Gowns, and I wanted to go. And they said Toni Homeperm, and I'm like, who? Toni Homeperm. I'm like, who? And you need to call this person. And I'm like, I was a little taken back because I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be some very mean queen. I can tell by the name. And
she was right.
I met this lovely person who had an extra ticket.
Lovely?
She was lovely.
Lovely.
Not to you, but she was lovely to me. And that's how I met Toni Homeperm. But when I mentioned your name to people, they're like, Homeperm? How did that happen?
Well, originally, allow me to step out of character.
Yes.
We'll
go back and forth.
When I was in the Long Island Gay Men's Chorus.
Right.
And we were doing a drag cabaret fundraiser.
Got it.
And I was going to be doing drag for the first time, although I'd wanted to do it for many, many years. And originally, I knew my boy name is Tony. I knew the drag name had to be Tony.
Right.
Because my husband, who's probably watching, I knew he would never remember to call me a different name. I was like, if I pick something like Vanessa or Regina,
it would be like, hey, Tony.
It'd still be Tone.
Tone.
Tone. So I said, okay, so the drag name Toni has to stay. So then I thought I was very much into Ricky Lake from Hairspray.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
So I thought I was going to be Toni Turnblad. But then, from the court, Jeremy.
Yes.
Jeremy said I was telling him this, and he just said Toni Homeperm, and I was like,
oh my God, Jeremy came up with that.
And
wow, go
figure. I was like, that's me.
Wow.
That's who I am. And the funny thing is, like when I was a kid in like the late 70s, early 80s, I desperately wanted like a perm. Everybody was getting the perms. Like,
yes.
It was great. You had your perm. You had your Sergio Valente jeans.
Yes, Sergio Valente. A moment of silence.
Your velour top.
Right.
Okay.
Velour. Oh my God.
And the gold chain.
I had all of this except the gold chain.
And I was not allowed to get a perm. So I say now, I couldn't get a Toni Homeperm, so I became Toni Homeperm.
I love this. I totally love this. Now, are these accurate facts?
Oh no, they're accurate.
Okay, good.
She's not. If she was fabricating, I would easily throw her under the bus.
Okay, I'm so sure that you would. Well, that is quite the story, and then the rest is history. When did you discover drag?
That when I did that cabaret.
The cabaret with the gay men.
Stores.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Had you thought about doing drag before that? Or
yes.
You had years before.
Like 1999, 2000. I was in a relationship with a drag queen, and I was the drag husband. Like I would like lug all the stuff. I would come up with
you were the drag schlepper. The drag schlepper.
I was the schlepper.
Now she's Miss Mazeppa.
Now I'm Miss Mazeppa.
All the ladies, because you do have a gimmick now, though, don't you?
Gotta get a gimmick.
You want to get applause. So that is really interesting. You switched roles.
Yes. And now my husband is the schlepper.
Right.
he does the fabulous wigs. He does this.
Amazing.
Toni and the schlepper.
Toni and Frank is an incredible wig master. I mean,
yes, he is. Absolutely. Well, I just want to say how I met Toni Homeperm was virtually, when Alexis Flame had asked me to come on the show.
Right?
Yes. So and you guys were so gracious, and it was so much fun. I just adore the two of you.
Right.
That was very fun. And then I didn't realize you're with the Imperial Court. Tell everybody a little bit about the New York City Imperial Court and what they do, because they're a wonderful organization.
Yes. It's a great organization. It's used to be primarily just drag queens, but now it's everyone.
We run the gamut now.
Yeah. I mean, it's LGBTQ
plus allies,
and
SBLQR.
Yes.
How many years have you been with the Imperial Court of New York?
I think I've been with the court since 2018. I think.
Oh, so it's not even that long.
No,
so many people I talk to. So I'm with the Imperial Court. I started out as Lady Wendy Darling, then became Viscountess Wendy Darling. I changed that to Viscountess Wendy Darling, and now I'm Marchesa Wendy Darling.
Is it Marchioness?
I don't know. No one says it right. It's too hard. I need to be elevated or something again.
Marchioness.
You're a Marchioness.
So,
okay. Yeah. So we all have these royal names.
Like an insult. You're a Marchioness.
You're a Marchioness. This is based on the court system, but every single thing the Imperial Court does is to raise money for other LGBTQ organizations. And you know what? I shouldn't say just that, because they also entertain in nursing homes.
Absolutely.
They do so much. And a shout out to the Imperial Court of New York. I thought you were been there for a long time at 2018.
No.
Wow.
Yes. Chaletta Divine, who's my drag mother, brought me into the court.
Wow. Okay. That is really incredible.
Well, now Dorothy, tell us a little bit about this friend of yours, Tom Catt. Give us a little history of Tom Catt.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's the trick question, Tim.
That is the question that launched 1,000 ships.
Wait. It's the longest bio. Hold on. Where is it?
She's ever received.
This was so. I had to give this.
That's why I just thought I'd let Dorothy tell it.
And it's like stream of consciousness, but it's like stream of consciousness. There's this one sentence.
She asks me, we need a bio. And I have written so many bios for myself that I literally have just turned them into FAQ questions where I did this, and then in this year I did that, and then in the other year
I said they just want a bio, not War and Peace, for crying out loud.
Well, unfortunately, they got it. It was the best of times. It was the worst. And then I met my mother.
And the rest is history.
And it became worse.
But, I have to emphasize, if you noticed, our Dorothy has a really beautiful, beautiful voice, which you have used professionally.
Yes.
So
I started as an actor.
An actor, yes.
No, I'd been a professional actor for the last 20 plus years. It wasn't until the pandemic that I finally said to myself, you know what? We're so used to being on the stage. Let's do something behind a microphone. And
good choice.
And that I've had great success. I've done indie video games. I've done commercials. I did 2 commercials. I did a couple of commercials. One for Access Matters, which is the sister to Planned Parenthood.
Love it.
And I did a Johnson & Johnson, their Pride with Care initiative, or Care with Pride initiative, or one of those two.
Nice.
And I've just been having some very good success with it. I just recently had a conversation with some casting directors from some very big name companies. So who knows what's going to happen in the next?
Big things are going to happen. Big things.
Big things. But I think you showed.
This honestly has been the biggest thing I could ever imagine for myself.
Well, I mean, this is so totally fabulous. Now you've got an upcoming show.
We have several upcoming shows.
But the below is January 26th. Is that your next one?
Yes.
Okay.
No, that's not the next one.
That's not the next one.
It's our New York City show.
And so it's your New York City biggie. This is very big. 54.
Tell everyone where they can find out more about your show.
54below.org.
Well, no, I meant the Golden Girls.
The Dorothy and Sophia
Dorothy
show.
and Sophia.
Yes.
So you could. Where could they find us? They can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yeah.
On Instagram and YouTube, we post with relative consistency. Usually just videos that we've clipped together from shows that we've done, and we've had some really, really, really fabulous success. So on Facebook, it's the Dorothy and Sophia show.
Yeah, that's easy for people. And you list what you have upcoming on.
And we
there.
list
I think that's what Tim is talking about. Yeah, so people can go. Now, is your next show in Long Island? You're very
Okay, our next show is actually this weekend, December 9th.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like
at Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown.
Oh, fun.
Oh my God. I remember growing up Levittown when they built it.
It still exists.
It's still
and it's still just as swinging a town as it always was.
Right, if you're in Long Island, you can easily go and see the show, or come to New York City, January 26th. Well, all this talk about this show makes me want to look at the clip.
Absolutely. Let's take a look.
We'll tell you all about a special project that we have coming up after this clip.
That sounds fabulous.
Let's take a look at the Dorothy and Sophia show.
Yes.
And there's a prize for this one, Dorothy. Oh, Dorothy,
you need help bringing it?
It's a coupon, but I can't.
I told you we need to get new glasses for you.
I can't make out what it's for, Dorothy. What? Condiments?
No, Ma, not condiments. It's
kumquats.
not kumquats, Ma.
Condominiums?
Condoms, Ma. Condoms.
Relax, Dorothy. People will think you just got out of women's prison. Which of Dorothy's Lebanese friends came to visit and developed a crush on Rose? Was it A, Trudy, B, Jean, or C, Marguerite? Jean, your Lebanese friend.
Not Lebanese, Ma. Lesbian.
Lesbian. Dorothy, isn't that when one woman and another...
We know what it means, Ma.
Oh.
Babe. I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
I got you to hold my hand,
And I got you to understand.
I got you to walk with me,
And I got you to talk with me.
I got you to kiss goodnight,
And I got you to hold me tight.
I got you, I won't let go.
And I got you to love me so. All together. I got you, babe.
Well, it's easy
How
to see
wonderful.
when they love you. I
We
mean,
should have won. We should have won the Shady Pines mother-daughter pageant.
If I'm going to be completely honest,
be honest.
the chemistry between the two of us gets complimented just as much as my looks do.
Well, the timing between the two of you is really
Yes.
good. And I have to say, the physical comedy.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
5'2". And how
I'm
tall are you?
6'4".
It is
Perfect.
right.
It's
It's just
hysterical.
hilarious.
And
you
I
know?
mean, not to poo-poo on other celebrity impersonators when they do Dorothy and Sophia, but when the Sophia's the same height as the Dorothy, it doesn't. It
Right.
just it
Right.
seems off.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's one bit that I love. It's after Tony performs Prince's Kiss, and I don't want to reveal too much.
Uh-huh.
But there's a moment afterwards where I say, "Ma, come here, look me in the eye," and Tony will look directly in my chest to Sophia. That's not tall.
I figured it was the belly button.
It's-
I didn't even think
it's
Tony made it to the
hysterical.
chest.
It's absolutely hysterical.
Oh my God.
But it's the chemistry, the physical comedy. I mean, he will do some of the most outlandish things on stage, and all I do is react.
You
to it.
just
And
react.
the audience eats it up.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is not planned, right?
No.
There again, most of what we do is improv.
I
There
figured.
There was one bingo show we did, and I'll never forget this as long as I live. Tony is Sophia, hands me the phone and says, "Dorothy, you read some of these balls." I'm like, "Okay, I'll read." So I'm reading, and Tony just inches closer to me, and I'm reading, and Tony again inches closer to me, and again, like reading over my shoulder, and I broke. I broke character. I had to hide behind him and laugh my behind off because I just brilliant comedian.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that is what it takes. And you're right. The chemistry between the two of you, I mean,
Absolutely.
it is hysterical. It
I
is-
actually have a clip on TikTok another time. He does. It's very rare, but occasionally
Very rare.
she breaks.
Yeah.
One of the things I sometimes do as Sophia is I do that song Coconuts.
My
coconuts, you can put them in your mouth right now. And
The first time she did it, towards the very end, Marguerite ta. I'm like this.
what
this
is
idiot.
tatas?
I had to turn the computer and just face away, and then she started cracking. It was just too fun.
Oh my God.
Too fun.
But I love the fact that again the chemistry between the two of you, you
Yeah.
are having so much fun together.
Thank
We
you.
do. We
Right.
love to all
And
point.
that's what your audience
What was
feels.
the one thing that I said? When they see that we're having fun, they're having fun.
Absolutely. Uh-huh.
So
Now,
it's-
so much of what the both of you do as performers, as Dorothy and Sophia, you raise money.
yes.
Why is that so? Why is that so important to you?
Because there aren't any millionaires that are going to reach into their pockets and do the same thing.
Well,
Yeah.
that was a really thank you very much.
Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk aren't, writing out any checks lately.
Okay.
But the drag queens are.
But You know what? And I really want to emphasize that the drag performers are the amount of goodwill done out there by drag performers raising for others.
We've done shows for.
We did the Imperial Court.
We did the Imperial Court Drag a Go-Go brunch.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's two different things.
Two different
Yes,
things.
you're right. You're right.
Imperial
You're right.
Court
Brunch.
brunch.
Imperial Court brunch.
That's the one that Maddie Keith.
Right,
and
Maddie
Graham
and Keith.
host.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we also did just recently in October
Drag a
Go-Go.
Go-Go.
That's the event that Kevin Wisher.
They're two separate things.
They're separate. Both equally good.
But you know, when I go on social media and I constantly see you, doing, it's like you spend so much of your time raising money for others.
Yeah, it's not that much time really.
When you look at in comparison,
humble yourself.
Humble yourself. It really is. Because I'm like, oh, she's out there again, and this is to benefit this, and I just want to say this is the giving time of year, and all of us are getting hit up, but so many people.
I cannot support her dirty habits anymore. She's constantly stealing from me enough as it is.
Constantly, doing things to make a difference out there, using your beautiful craft to do.
We actually did recently a fundraiser. I just put it together, on our own. But we did a fundraiser for the Long Island Transgender Day Remembrance.
T-Door.
Yes.
You did, and I saw that. Yes. That's right, but that's another one. Tony, seriously, like you don't think you do that much? Believe me, you're doing
a lot.
You're doing tons, and thank you. I want to,
and it all makes a difference.
Right, you just came a little freeloader.
I call her up and I say, "We're doing a fundraiser Saturday. Be ready." And I hang up.
And that's
I'm on my sewing machine making an outfit for myself. It's fine.
I love that. Love to be
if I'm not making an outfit for me, I'm making an outfit for her.
Now, you have a TikTok career.
I do.
And you were very humble about that too. I don't have that many followers.
Humble.
I mean,
so humble.
Can you just share with us what you do on TikTok? Because it's quite gorgeous and it's connected to your makeup line too a lot of the time.
Well, the thing that I just started doing, just for fun, was I started doing TikTok Live, where I go on and I do like my complete drag makeup
tutorial,
and then what I do, not a lot of other drag queens will do this, but like I will, once my face is done, I pause the live and I run behind my background, and my husband Frank helps me, and I put on the wig, the jewelry, the outfit,
gorgeous.
And I come back out and resume the live, and I'm in like full drag.
Done to the really done to the nines.
Because a lot of drag queens that are on TikTok, and I'm not saying this to insult anyone, but a lot of them, and I understand this, a lot of them are getting ready on camera, but they're getting ready for a show.
Right.
So they're not that interactive with the audience, and they're focused on, they got to get their makeup done and get out the door. So a lot of times they don't answer people's questions. They're not that interactive with them. And I understand it's like
you're taking that. This is what
I do it separate from having to do a show.
We're talking what, like 3 hours if we figure
at least.
Okay.
Sometimes
nobody
4 or
does
5.
that. No one is committing that amount of time. And I have to say
she has no life otherwise.
It's her daughter that makes her crazy. But taking hours, the hair, the makeup, explaining it, then the garment goes on, and it is just like, and it's none of it, it's all different.
Yes.
The color palettes.
I have said so many times to her how proud I am of her progress as an influencer, as a social media.
It's amazing.
Good.
Right. It is amazing. Now you have a makeup line too.
Well, no. Now Alexis and
you,
we have
I have a palette. Naughty or Nice.
Palette.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just have the one palette.
But did that start you thinking in terms of social media and
definitely. That's when we first started, like Naughty or Nice, and we were like, and we actually even have we have Dorothy and Sophia merchandise. We have Naughty or Nice
marketing
merchandise.
is really important.
I have Toni Homeperm merchandise. So
you wear the Toni Homeperm shirt every time.
Yes, when I do my TikTok live, I wear my Toni Homeperm. Sometimes people buy them, and I'm always like, if they ask, I tell them where they can. But I'm always like, There's no pressure. Don't feel like you have to.
No moral obligation.
I see a lot.
Well, those moral obligations.
No, but I see a lot of people on TikTok that are like, oh, buy this, buy this, buy this.
Right.
And I'm like, it's like, I'm like, well, if you like it, here's where you can buy it, but don't feel obligated. I hate to be pushy.
You're
like
not a
that.
hard sell kind of person.
No, I hate
just to me.
Just to her. I'm like, Dorothy, go do.
One thing I love about your set is I felt like I was in Miami with the palm trees.
Yeah, the theater did that for us. We didn't.
Oh, really?
No.
We didn't
how cool.
Yeah,
it was so sweet.
Yeah, we saw it and we were like, oh, this is fabulous.
I know that this is on the bathroom walls. It says that how easy we are. But when it comes to
next to the glory hole.
We are very easy. We're just like, we're here, we're performing. All we need is a sofa, a table, and if you want to dress up the stage, that is entirely your prerogative. We are just going to perform and give the audience the best show that they know.
But that's something really important that you said. It's like when you perform in a black box. If the talent and the work is there, you don't need. I know everyone goes crazy with all of that. So you are an interactive show.
Very.
So what kinds of interactions have you had with your audiences?
Well, usually when I sing "What'll I Do," I'll sit on a man's lap.
Then I have to call the ambulance.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a tall drink of water sitting on it. I hope you're not sitting on a little man's lap.
No, they're usually men that can carry me. Put a larger plus
a larger
King Kong, Godzilla.
Wow. So one thing I want to know from Sophia and Dorothy, what the hell is a lanai?
Moss.
A lanai is sort of a summer room. It's where you would go out to sit on almost where you get to sit out on something that has an awning over it.
So it's different than a porch.
It's the porch for the backyard.
Yeah.
It's a porch for the backyard.
Okay.
Yeah, and it often has screening around. It's like a screened-in porch.
Yeah, that's what I thought. My aunt down in Florida, she was like, "Oh, let's go out to the lanai." I was like, "This is like a screened-in porch." Okay.
Right. Your aunt had a lanai. Right. It is a screened-in porch. That's
but
what
it's
it is.
only in Florida, I think. Do they have lanai?
Yeah, they use the term, but isn't it a Hawaiian word, lanai?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the derivative is from Hawaii. Let's go sit on the lanai. Well, you have a year ahead of you, really, with this show, and do you have touring plans all over the country? What's your marketing plan? What is your marketing plan that you want to share with us?
No, I would love to get back into the convention world again. And
absolutely,
it says on the bottom there, the greatest Deadpool cosplayer award.
It does. And I was going to ask you about that.
I was awarded that because I did B. Arthur in a Deadpool costume. I did B. Pool. And I would love to go to the conventions as Sailor Dorothy and Sailor Sophia, and also B. Pool and Sophia Vereen.
Yeah, Sophia as Vereen. I also want to do I want to be Sophia as Captain Janeway and Dorothy as a Klingon. And walk around like that.
These girls are so versatile. My God, you really do.
I love the creativity. I love the creativity.
They're not trapped as their characters.
Stupid. It's so stupid.
But that's why you're having a great time with it. It's
so
fun.
My favorite thing to do for our shows, and again, I'm not spoiling too much, is I will come out on stage and you would expect Sophia to be behind me. Sophia is not behind me. Sophia is literally coming down the aisle saying, "I was in the bathroom." So we have stupid fun,
and you audience feels
the audience feels it, and then when they
get
at the end of the show, they're like, "You guys are so good," and of course, I'll get the most compliments. Because I look.
It's only because they can't see you if you're behind her.
From behind
right, you're blocked. Right, they don't even know you're there, let alone in the bathroom. You could be anywhere.
I cast a very wide shade.
But literally, after like our shows at the theaters, afterwards we go out
like a meet and greet,
do a meet and greet.
I was going to ask about that. Yeah, and they do the photo op, and
we'll be taking photos for like half an hour.
I would think, yeah. I would.
And
Well, I would definitely be there. I'd be one of the. I would love to do the photo op with you.
But it's always nice and it's always fun. And I started impersonating B. Arthur in 2015 when I did B. Pool. And since then, it's just sort of evolved and evolved and evolved and evolved and evolved until now I'm finally getting paid to be B.
Right, good.
I love that. Paid to be B.
And
Paid
the,
to be me.
and the great thing is, we can't age out of these roles. We'll never be too old to play these parts.
You know what?
Yeah, you've got a good 30 years. 30, 40 years,
It's all
What do I have left? 30, 40, 50 years, maybe.
It's fabulous. It's like starting fresh.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. Every time I make a new outfit for myself, I'm like, yep, I'm doing the right thing.
Right.
I'm doing the right thing. I literally have an outfit waiting for her in my basement, waiting for her to pick up.
Oh my God.
So it's just.
People ask me, can you sew? I said, nah. I said, I let my drag daughter do all the sewing.
My drag daughter does everything for me.
That's what drag daughters are for.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's hysterical. She is so self-contained. She has her husband who does her wigs, her drag daughter who does her
You don't need
outfits.
to leave the house.
She doesn't even truly.
Right. Perfect for really. I came upon that during the pandemic when I first tuned into Naughty or Nice. You and Alexis Flame. Hysterical show. I first met Tom Catt just in the comments on there. I'm like, who is this guy, Tom Catt? He left a lot of comments. And it was one of the most, for me, positive things about the pandemic was tuning into this silly show. You and Alexis and she.
Well, isn't it actually?
Smoking her cigarettes, drinking her bourbon.
Yeah.
Talking like this, talking like this. But isn't it called Naughty or Nice?
Or Nice, right, Tim? It's Naughty or Nice. My daughter would join me on the couch. My biological daughter, not my drag daughter, and she would watch it with me, and she absolutely loved it. So, once again, look at what you brought entertainment into people's homes.
Yes.
In a time when they really needed it.
Really? Yes.
Dorothy and Sophia.
Yes.
So you're originally from Brooklyn and you live in Miami now. What do you miss most about?
She's originally from Sicily. I'm originally.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Okay.
So what do you miss both from Sicily and also from Brooklyn? What do you miss the most?
Good pizza.
Yes.
That was going to be the answer.
I have to agree.
You can't get good pizza here. It's crazy.
You get good pizza in Brooklyn.
Not in Miami.
Oh,
no, you can't. Yeah,
right. Remember, I did the commercial, Dorothy, and they brought me the pizza. Oh, it was horrible.
It was bad. It was bad pizza.
I tried to rewrite the script, and then I was relegated to be the server in the commercial.
It can happen.
Well, one thing with Dorothy that I loved was the song Miami.
You got style.
We have it in the show.
I love that.
It's in the show.
We always start every show.
We always start every show.
Do they have a song of Lanai?
No.
Oh, you need a Lanai.
Actually, my one. We're doing a holiday theme show.
That's the big announcement that we have.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
and one of my songs does mention the Lanai.
Okay, there you go. I see a whole song.
I'm asking you this question right now. When are we releasing the album?
Oh, good question.
Oh yeah, our audience members would like to know. We got to talk. Tim, we have a lot of comments. A lot of people tuned in.
Love
like
me
some of
people love us.
They do.
Oh,
they love me.
Francisco says, "Have a ball, hugs and kisses." Francisco. Michael Luisi sends hearts and says, "Stop by Jersey City next time."
Oh yeah,
we'll get right on top of it.
Yeah, right. They're on it.
Well, hold on. Where in Jersey City is my question? I guess we need to look up venues in Jersey City.
There's a ton of them.
And JC Augustine sends kisses.
Hi, JC. I saw Savannah Lauren on there too earlier. Hi, Savannah.
Yes, Savannah Laura, and she mentions that she loves the Rock Bar, which we mentioned earlier. Suze Genero, a designer from Massachusetts that designs a lot of our shows, just says hello, hello, dolls.
Are you trying to come to my gig, Tim, by trying to sound like me?
It's
for a
catchy.
moment there, right?
It's catchy. So B. Claudia says, very cool guests. spreading so great and positive vibes across the, I can't see.
Across
Now
the
I'm seeing-
ocean. B is in Germany.
Across the pond. Yes. There we go.
Fabulous. And I hope things are going well with you, B. Thank you for being here in our comments too.
Absolutely. Justin Gooding says, thank you for this video with the fabulous Toni Homeperm and Tom Catt. Much love from your fan, Gladiola Gladrag.
Gladiola
Oh,
Gladrags.
thank you.
Hello.
Thank you.
Yes, and B. Claudia says a couple things, I think, in
Buonasera
German.
da Germania.
Yeah, do you know what that means?
Buonasera dalla
Hello from
Germania.
Germany.
Ah,
Hello from Germany. Ospiti molto simpatici.
Oh, listen to this.
I'm impressed.
I don't speak fluent Italian. There are times when
That
we're literally
was good.
performing and someone will say something to him, to her in Italian, and
Yeah.
then she'll turn to me and go, "Go ahead, tell her, darling.
Go
Tell
ahead,
her all.
tell
Tell her."
One of the things we also do,
Yes.
Wendy, is
No,
we give out
the
prizes.
purse, the
Oh my
purse.
God.
Yes.
Surprise.
I'm nothing without my purse.
She's nothing.
Yes, I love the purse.
We give out great prizes.
What kind of prices? Like what?
I love this little purse.
If I haven't
too.
lost them, playing pinochle with Gladys.
You don't
Anyway,
play mahjong?
No,
Oh,
pinochle.
pinochle. Okay.
Pinochle.
Has to be
So
pinochle.
I'm going to give you one of these. Okay, it's one complimentary evil eye. Cast to me.
Wait,
So
hold it up. Yeah.
So listen.
Evil eye.
Yes, one.
I
free
love
evil eye casting. Now you're going to pay. So listen,
Yes.
if you ever decide you want to take over,
right.
you let me know. I
You're-
cast the evil eye on him.
Aw.
Wait, but I need to see your evil eye face. Let's do it.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's like that's a little scary.
I keep it
there.
loaded.
The evil eye face.
Of course, Tim, if you took her out on Saturday night, I would be inclined not to cast the evil eye on me. It's something to bear in mind.
Yes.
Okay.
But I digress.
Let's call blackmail, Tim. Wait, do you have like holiday plans, the two of you? Like Christmas?
Define holiday plans. Like, do you mean shows for holiday, or do you mean,
like Christmas dinner, or what is your Christmas like?
Oh, Tony
You mean
spends it with her husband, and I spend it with my family.
Well,
And
how does
you have like a turkey and a ham and
I honestly, I have no idea what my mother's making this year. I know that there was a big argument about who was making the mac and cheese for Thanksgiving.
that's
I
always a biggie.
when it comes to my family, I'm very much a stay in my lane type of person. I don't rock the boat. As a matter of, we're not going to get into it on the show.
And your family is coming to see you perform.
We have not.
Ah, that is interesting.
They prefer. I guess we're getting into it.
Yeah,
They would honestly have preferred I did not come to the city in full beat.
of course.
My family does unfortunately pay very close attention to the Fox News.
Okay,
So
I got
they
it.
are constantly indoctrinated with propaganda.
Yeah.
And you're Italian, yes,
yeah.
Catholic.
Yeah,
Italian.
So it's very
And
much.
I know you know about this.
My doing drag is not exactly
Mormon
Their
folk.
favorite thing.
It's
Their
not their favorite
thing.
thing.
Right.
These are not a few of their favorite things, Julie
It's
Andrews.
interesting because you spend so much of your time performing in this fashion.
I do.
Where,
I
you
do.
know.
Well, I mean, they don't. I mean, as long as my bills are paid,
Yeah,
I don't have
and
to
that-
come
yeah.
crawling to them for money.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
care.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Well,
it's been a journey. My mother has definitely come a long way. She's as supportive as I think my mother is allowed
As she
to
can be, right?
Exactly.
And do you have siblings also?
I
that-
do.
And they watch Fox News as
They
well.
do as
Everybody
well.
does. Everybody
Yeah.
watches Fox
I am
News. Everybody does say no.
in the terms that be. I am very much the black sheep of the family.
But this is why we all have chosen family.
Correct.
Correct.
and that's why we've all
I
chosen
told-
each other.
Yes,
When I
exactly
first-
right,
When
Tim.
I first told my mother that Toni was my drag mother, she chuckled and she was like, "Tony's your drag mother." I said, "Yes, Toni is my drag mother."
She was processing it.
When Toni was going through everything that Toni was going through last year, she was always asked, like, "How's Toni doing? Are you going to visit her in the hospital?" And I said, when Toni allows me to. If Toni says show up, I'm going to show up.
Of course.
Mhm.
So but yeah, so that it's been a journey. It's been a journey.
You know what? It often is a journey, but I look at what you're giving out there, and it's an incredible journey.
Thank you.
Both of
Thank
you.
you.
You have no idea how excited I am.
Oh, you should be.
What
It's
2024 is going to hold.
amazing.
Yes, absolutely. 2024 is going to be a wonderful year for the two of you.
We're knocking on wood here.
One last message was from
Yes.
Stephanie Mankin, who says, "And happy holidays from the Fighting Fashionista."
The Fighting Fashionista.
So please tell everybody once again where they can find out more information about your show.
Go ahead, Mom.
Well, on Facebook, it's the Dorothy and Sophia show. Why the hell does the Dorothy come first?
Alphabetically, Mom.
Right.
It should be age before beauty.
Wendy, get my agent on the phone.
Would you rather it be the Dorothy, Sophia, and Wendy show?
I'll be the neighbor. Three's the company.
There you go. So Facebook, the Dorothy and Sophia show.
Instagram, Dorothy Sophia 1985. YouTube, the Dorothy Sophia 1985
Amazing.
also.
Wow.
No, YouTube is the Dorothy and Sophia show.
It is the Dorothy
Also.
Okay.
Sophia show. Where can they find your granddaughter, Toni Homeperm?
Find Toni Homeperm on the Book of the Face, the Cuckoo Clock, the Telegram, all those good things. Facebook,
Telegram.
yeah, Telegram. You know, Telegram.
I need to confiscate your phone if you're on Telegram.
And the makeup tutorials are really
TikTok.
great on TikTok. If you want to really learn how to do makeup,
Well, brag
amazing.
makeup.
Well,
People
but
say
is there any other kind?
I mean,
a lot of the ladies, most of my audience on TikTok are older ladies. You know, not the kids. It's like housewives. That's my audience.
There you
and
go.
a lot of times they're like, "Oh, Toni, I would love for you to do my makeup." And I'm like, "Well, if you want to go into the office looking like Mimi Bobek from the Drew Carey show,
Nothing.
I could do that." And they're like, "Oh, yes, I would do it."
Right. It's
it
beautiful
is-
makeup.
seriously,
Yeah.
it is a question of how much like a clown do you want to look?
Be a clown.
Be a clown.
Clown.
For the world
loves a clown.
Oh, well,
This is
Toni.
basically what drag is.
It really is.
Right. It's
Toni
beautiful.
Toni Homeperm and Tom Catt, also known as the Dorothy and Sophia show.
Yes.
We thank you so very much for coming
You
on and
get
chatting.
to tell
I
where
get
to
tell
find
you where to
her.
find my granddaughter.
Oh, yes. Tell us, Dorothy.
Where can we find?
Tom Catt.
You can find Tom Catt on all forms of social media. They do have their own website. It's thattomcat.com.
Thattomcat.com. I like that.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's
Well, I
Tomcat.
thank you
I
so
wish I was
very-
able to use Tom Catt, but somebody else already took the name on
It's a
social
great
media.
name.
Probably
Absolutely.
that porn star.
With a K, Ma, with a K.
Okay,
Porn
see,
star.
who cares?
The porn stars.
The corn star.
Porn stars.
Corn with a K.
When we did the Sanderson sister.
Wait. What was the Sanderson?
Oh, we also do Hocus Pocus.
You do?
We do Hocus
we
Pocus.
do the Sanderson sisters. Tony is the
Mary.
Mary. I'm the Winifred, and we
have rotating.
we have rotating
Sarahs.
Sarahs.
Sarah's. Wow.
But when we were governors as the Sanderson sisters, I think you were looking at somebody's phone saying, "It's where they find the corn,
Yes.
sister." And I'm like, "The corn."
Yeah,
The corn.
He wants to be shucked.
Doesn't everybody?
Not I, said the cat.
Not that.
Not I, said the
Thank you, everybody, for
Tom
tuning
Catt.
in today. Have a great
Thank you so
rest of week
Have a happy holiday.
and a
everybody.
wonderful holiday. And we will be back next week. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great one.
Bye.